participants and all the dignitaries from across the nation. It is my privilege to welcome all the dignitaries, all the principals of different schools, teachers, and pupil teachers of different teachers training colleges on behalf of my college, Shri Jai Narayan Mishra PG College, Lucknow, and Department of B.Ed in the virtual international workshop on experiential learning and problem-solving activities in mathematics. Mathematics is more than recalling formulae, following a stipulated procedure, and doing computational correctly. Students often find mathematics not related to their daily lives. Mathematics is interesting because it challenges our reasoning, surprises us, and with its intriguing patterns and allows us to think of multiple ways to solve a problem. One-sided classroom, teacher is a master, students are doing meekly what has been told. Indian schools were like that only. The teacher's role was limited to questioning and pupil control or maintaining discipline in the class. This kind of teaching could only produce students with textual knowledge and a community to rote learners. New pedagogical skills and teaching methodologies are emerging in a splendid manner. Experiential learning has been an important pedagogy since a long time. With the increased significance and thirst in education for acquiring 21st century skills, experiential learning has gained momentum. Therefore, we as educators must strive to imbibe the qualities and skills of the future in our learners, rather than acquiring the talent to simply read and reproduce the text. Let us all move out of the four walls of the classroom, out of the limited pages of the textbooks, and let learning thrive and magnify. We should change the way we teach, the way children learn, and the way skills are acquired. So, I welcome, first of all, I would like to welcome our learned resource person, Dr. Jayanti Subramanian, educator and founder of Experiential Math Solutions from Singapore. I welcome you, ma'am. Dr. Jayanti is a very dynamic, innovative, and experienced educator. She runs workshops in Hong Kong for mathematics teachers and talented and gifted mathematics students. She is the founder of Experiential Math Solutions and the chief instructor of a self-paced online learning courses to help participants to incorporate higher order thinking, questioning, problem solving, and creative mathematics in their daily teaching. I welcome you, ma'am. She is continuously engaged in empowering mathematics teachers. It is our privilege to have her with us today. And I firmly believe that we will have a great session with her today. Now, I would like to welcome our respected principal, ma'am, Dr. Meeta Shah, for her gracious presence, who is always ready to organize every program to maintain the qualitative standards of higher education. A hearty welcome to you, ma'am. I also welcome our Vice Principal, Dr. Arun Mishra, a very dynamic and devoted person and educator of our college who is continuously engaged in the progress of the college. I welcome you, sir. I welcome all the head of the departments, faculty members of our college. Now, I invite our respected principal, Meeta Shah, for welcome address. Dr. Meeta Shah.
Good afternoon to you all. Dr. Jayanti Subramaniam, resource person. Yes.
Open your video.
Just a minute.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Jayanti Subramaniam, resource person in this virtual international workshop. Dr. Arun Kumar Mishra, Vice Principal of JNM PG College. Dr. Payal Gupta, Head Department of B.Ed and convener of this workshop, and dear participants. I, on behalf of the college, welcome you to this international, very interesting and important workshop. As I was briefed by Dr. Payal Gupta, the topic is most relevant and useful in empowering mathematics teachers and teacher trainees by suggesting them multiple ways to solve mathematical problems. Mathematics is the most logical and interesting subject. As I have also been a student of math, so I am very well aware of the power of mathematics. But at the same time, mathematics seems most dreadful to some learners. But this is not their shortcomings. It is the duty of a teacher to create interest of students in this beautiful subject so that they can enjoy the subject to its core. Now, without taking much of your time, I again welcome Dr. Jayanti Subramaniam to impart a piece of her wisdom and various progressive methods to teach mathematics to the participants. I again welcome you, ma'am. Now,
Thank you very much, ma'am,
Okay, thank you so much,
for
ma'am.
your kind words and kind intro. Namaste, all.
Namaste.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Good morning.
It's my pleasure to be a resource person for today's program. And I sincerely thank Dr. Payal Gupta for inviting me and for making all the arrangements in a short span of time. This is within a week. And my sincere thanks to you, Ms. Gupta.
Thank you.
I take this opportunity to extend my appreciation one minute, please. Sorry. To the principal, vice principal, faculty members, management team of Sri Jai Narayan Mishra PG College for organizing a number of webinars during this challenging period to provide students a rewarding experience. I also thank the education faculty, IT support team, aspiring math teachers, current math teachers, principals, educators, and all the participants for being with us today, this afternoon, sparing your precious time during a challenging time. Thank you all. In this workshop, virtual workshop, we'll try to examine how to integrate problem solving and experiential learning in our daily teaching, and how to provide our students a rich learning experience known as experiential learning, and how to engage our students in learning and thinking using math problem solving activities. Many teachers sometimes ask me, why do we need to change our teaching methods? I have been using chalk and talk method for years. It works well. My students are getting good scores. Well, teaching is not anymore imparting knowledge. We need to prepare our students to face the challenges of the new era for the 21st century. Employers of this century demand more skilled employees. They had to work as a team, so they had to develop group dynamic skills, communication skills, logical thinking skills, decision-making skills, and above all, IT skills and problem-solving skills. And mathematics is not just a subject now. It's a tool to learn other subjects. My friend, who is a doctor in a cancer institute, has to learn algebra, statistics, and even calculus at the age of 50 to apply artificial intelligence, AI, in her to compare the patterns in cancer patients. My neighbor's daughter hated mathematics in her school, is pursuing her PhD in psychology, but now she has to use SPSS to analyze her data. Even in our daily life, mathematical thinking and application is inevitable, whether it is online purchase or mortgage or even mobile plans. We have to use mathematical thinking. And mathematics is not anymore for a few who can memorize the formula correctly or multiplication tables and do the computations accurately or even follow the procedures strictly. When mathematics is for all, when teachers should try to teach in such a way to engage every student to like mathematics, to engage them in mathematical thinking, to arouse to their interest, we have to set questions in real life examples so that students can relate to them. And above all, teachers should believe that mathematics teaching is nothing but developing thinking. So we talk about problem solving. What is problem solving? It's the core of mathematics, the essence of mathematics, from which all other mathematical ideas are emerging. Now, if you want to learn a language, master a language, language experts will ask us to read more books so that we will know how the sentences are constructed. We will learn more new words, etc. Similarly, to learn mathematics, problem solving is very important. How it improves mathematical thinking? It enhances students' thinking. So it improves students' mathematical learning. It's as simple as that. Sorry. So in Singapore, Singapore students are performing well in the international assessments, whether it's TIMSS or PISA, because they focus so much on problem solving. For the past 20 years, they have considered problem solving as the core of their curriculum framework. It's believed that with the students, with the help of problem solving, can use skills and concepts that they have learned in novel situations. So why don't we develop a problem solving skill? It cannot be done overnight. It's a slow process, gradual process. It cannot be developed by just drilling. In some schools, they think that if you just train them with all the questions, the students can master those questions. But when the new question comes, they don't know how to apply their knowledge. So how we should develop problem solving skill? Researchers claim that mathematics can be learned better when students are involved in activities where they can explore, observe, examine, think, analyze, and discuss. They have to discuss also. Then only they will reflect on that thinking. Educators have been promoting and insisting that learning should be an experience. It should not be a transmission of knowledge. It should be an active process. We should engage our students. The activities should be student-centered. Then only the learners will become dynamic in learning. My educational guru, John Dewey, said even 100 years ago, give the people something to do, not something to learn. And learning, sorry, I cannot see this. The learning should be in such a way that the activities should be such a way that it should demand students' thinking. Then the learning will occur naturally. In 2010, I was asked to observe some classes, mathematics classes. They were doing a math lab. The teacher was engaging students how to derive the formula to find the area of a triangle. She asked the students to cut two identical triangles and paste it in such a way that they form a parallelogram. She went around and checked that the students are following her instructions correctly. And then she said at the end, two triangles form a parallelogram. You know the area of parallelogram? Base times height. So the area of triangle is half times base times height. Here the idea was to make students understand how the formula is derived. But we can slightly fine-tune this to make it as experiential learning. Here, all the cutting and pasting was done by students. Students were engaged. It was an active learning, but the thinking was done by the teacher herself. So we have to see how we can make the students think by themselves. Then only it will become experiential learning. I'll show you a video, Diksha. It's a very good initiative to have a platform where some ideas are shared. So I'm not, you check yourself. These are the conditions for experiential learning. Now let us see how this can be done. I can't see it again. Here it is.
Relation. As we already Hello students, today we will do one activity which is useful in understanding the concept of an equivalence relation. As we already learned about the equivalence relation is a relation R in a set A is said to be equivalent if R is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So let us do one activity. So my objective is to verify the relation R in the set L of all lines in a plane defined by R L, M ordered pair where L is parallel to M is an equivalence relation. To verify this result, we
Can you hear the video?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
required a piece of plywood, some piece of wire, plywood nails, white paper. Method of construction. Take a piece of plywood of convenient size. Fix the wire randomly on the plywood such that some of them are parallel and some are perpendicular to each other.
So I will go back. Give me a second. I will come back to our PowerPoint. So now you reflect what you watched and the theories on experiential learning. These are the definitions. Whether this definition fit in what we saw or how you will fine tune it so that it will become experiential learning. Because our mindset is that still we think that we know everything, teachers know everything, and we have to transmit, we have to tell the students everything. So experiential learning cannot be done like that way. We have to make students think on their own. It may take time, but that is a rewarding experience. Now let us see. I think I need not show my face anymore. Never mind. We can start some simple questions like this. It's for primary. So I'm going to start from the scratch. Instead of giving students what is 3 plus 4 plus 5, we can ask, add 3 numbers, you should get the sum as the 12. Then the students here, they have to think. Maybe for a little bit higher class or for us, it's easier. But I'm talking about primary 3, 4, they will have to think a lot. And the next question, dash plus dash minus dash is equal to 12. Now, normally students, mechanically, they do the addition and subtraction. Here they have to, when they choose the numbers, they have to think that when I add these 2 numbers, it should be more than 12. Recently, an IIT alumni told me that her daughter doesn't know the order of operation. Yes, even adults have forgotten the order of operations now. So here it's a way to enforce, to make students realize that how they have to apply addition and division, multiplication and division should be done before addition and subtraction. The same question, you can change the number. You can ask the students to choose their own number. Okay, today number date is 31. You use how many ways? You just use number 1 to 9. How many ways you can get 31 as the answer? Just addition. It takes a lot of time for students to think and do it. It's not so easily, mechanically they can do. Now, I have given 4 numbers, 2, 3, 4, 6. Each number can be used just once, and they have to get this result. Now here, again, they cannot do mechanically. They have to, while doing one question, they may be doing 3 or 4 questions because they will keep on trying which number will fit in. Now, most important thing is you can also say that you will get more than 2 values. Like here, 6 times 2, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 minus 3 is also equal to 5. Or 3 plus 4, 7 minus 2 is also equal to 5. So same way, students, sometimes here students may say 6 times 2 minus 2 is 10. Am I correct? No, because the rule is only one time each number can be used. So they have to think which other number I will use it. Again here order of operation. Again more than one answer. I have chosen the numbers so that there will be more than one answer. 6 divided by 3, which is equal to 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Or 6 divided by 2, which is 3. 3 minus 3 is also 0. So we can change number, either 6 divided by 2 or 6 divided by 3. And then accordingly we change the other number. Okay, now this is good for 4th standard or 3rd, 4th, 5th. Oh, okay. But if it is you are teaching 6th to 7th, what you will do? They may get bored with these kind of questions. True. What you will do? You can ask them to design such questions. Making questions is more challenging than you give them sample and ask them to design questions. Then they will be finding it And you can say that this worksheet will be used for primary 3, 4 with their name. They will be so proud. Parents will be proud too. Now here, I have made it slightly more. You see the difference between this and the previous one. Here I have given just the 4 number. They have to choose any 3, but I have given the order of operations, what operations they can use. Here nothing, making it slightly difficult. Now they have to choose the numbers as well as whether they have to use addition, subtraction, and that. Yes, I can hear so many hands up. Any issues? Any issues? You can hear me? Can you message me if you have any issues?
Participants may ask any question. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now we can see this is not, I won't say that why it's moving so much. I don't know. Okay, this is a question I got it from the Pinterest. We can use this. You know, this is a little bit challenging. Instead of giving just 3 plus 2, 1 plus 4 for primary 2, when you give that, it's so boring. But when you give something like this, students will find it interesting. And again, for the higher class students, you can ask them to design one like this. They will be involved in learning the whole day. Maybe we can make it 2-digit. There are some free apps we can use to tap students' creativity. Here, the shape was given and they can use the different shapes to fill in. This is the first stage. And then we can give students some triangle, trapezium, square, rhombus, etc., even hexagon, and ask them to design their own, imaginary figure. The outcome will be something amazing. You please try this with your students. Again, little bit higher class. We give them often 3-digit addition, right? Or subtraction. Here I have given 5 3-digit numbers and I have asked them to choose 2 so that the result is 588. If students do randomly, then they will spend a lot of time, but at least they will be involved in learning, doing many questions. But at some time, they will learn a strategy that if I want to get the unit digit as 8, it should not be 9 plus 7. It should not be 9 plus 2. It should be 2 plus 6. These kind of strategies, they will never develop if they just do the questions that we ask them to do. Simple 2 digits addition. It will be so boring for some smart students. If they are in your class, they will get it very bored. So this kind of questions will be challenging for them as well. You have to choose 2 numbers so that the sum is closer to 100. Now say, for example, the students choose 41 plus 47, 46, 87. It's not. So add 7, no, 94, it doesn't work. So they have to develop thinking, how I choose. Okay, 46 plus 55. Yes, 101, it's closer to this level. Now next, I have made many numbers. When you add them together, it comes 98. So they can try which 2 numbers when we add, it will come 98. But when they say that it cannot, then ask them to try 3 numbers, which 3 when they add, it will come 98, or which 4 numbers when they can add, it will come to, the sum will be 98 or 100. So here the students have to do a lot of working, lot of thinking. And in the process, nowadays teachers always tell me, online teaching, madam, we don't have time for anything. You give just one question, the whole day the students will be busily engaged. So if you want to engage our students in learning for a long time, these kind of questions will help. And in the process, you make them think. You make them do more than specified question. Here, I didn't say how many answers are there. So definitely they will be keep on trying more, whether they have achieved the results to see. Open-ended questions. It's not very common for us, especially in India. I find that teachers are having difficulty in setting open-ended questions. I give this picture and say that some sweets are 3 rupees and 5 rupees, and I have 200 rupees. Set a question. In the workshop, normally I ask them, and mostly teachers will say, buy 15 3 rupees sweets and 15 5 rupees sweets. How much balance you get? This is a traditional, okay, the numbers may change, but this is the question normally teachers will set. But instead, we can ask students to find something like this. I want to buy exactly for 200 rupees. How many ways I can buy? Or at least 5 ways I should get minimum 50 sweets. And what is the maximum number of sweets? These are variants, okay? You can change it. Now I'll show you my students' answer. I think it's in the, sorry. Here only. Here, this is the student's answer. I have presented nicely, that's all, but this is students' work. The students are quite smart. When you give them, they told me that they have found 53 rupees sweets, and then they have found by themselves that they had to fix the number of 3 rupees sweets first. I asked them why. Because if I choose now here, say for example, 5 rupees sweets, 100, here 10, instead of 10, I buy for 20 sweets, 25 rupees is 100, the remaining 100, I cannot buy for all 3 rupees because it's not divisible. This kind of thinking we never develop when we give normal questions. And I also ask them why you find that 25, if you buy, the 25 3 rupees and 25 5 rupees, already 50. Why you choose then 20? Because we want to try whether it's possible to buy more 5 rupees sweets. And one time the student wanted to buy as many as possible 5 rupees sweets, and they found that it won't be 50. And also they found themselves that it should be multiples of 5 or 10, the 3 rupees sweets. Then only you can buy exactly for 200. This kind of thinking we cannot develop if you just ask them to find, you buy 10 sweets, this 10, 50 sweets, the other one, and how much balance you get. They do some addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, etc. But they don't develop thinking. Sometimes we ask the students, what is the multiplication tables? What is 3 times 3, 8 times 8, and all? Here I have changed the number to letter. P times P is equal to QP. Find the values of P and Q. That means when you multiply same number, single digit, you get a 2-digit number, but the unit digit is the same as the first number. So when you do this, students will say, okay, they have to develop again. 3 times 3 cannot, because you get a single digit. 4 times 4, 16, it's different. The unit digit is 6. 5 times 5. And then you have to encourage them to try more, whether there is one more answer. Then they can try 6 times 6, which is also correct. Sandeep, you said P is equal to 6, Q is equal to 3. Yes, 6 times 6 also 36, 5 times 5 also 25. So there are 2 answers here. Similarly, when you give the question 5a plus 1a is equal to a4, students ask which 2 numbers when you add 4, same identical number, students will jump and say it should be 2, but then 5 plus 1 is cannot be 2. So they can, this kind of logical thinking they develop. Here, it's called brick problem, wall problem. 1 to 7 is placed in the bottommost row randomly. And then values in the yellow bricks are formed from the bottom one. I will go to Excel file and show you. Here you see, I change the number. You can see that 6 is formed by adding these two. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12, and so on. Now, if you 33, if you add these 3, you get. Our question is, what is the smallest value you get? What is the largest value you can get? How to get 100 here? Again, if the students can use Excel, I give them Excel for if they have dyscalculia, a mathematical disability. Or you can ask the students to draw using pencil, you can write it, add them and find 100. Wow, that is really demanding job and will engage them for the whole day. It's not easy, but it is rewarding experience. You can ask them 100 is really challenging. At least the highest and lowest, they will learn the strategy that here they should put the highest numbers, that you will get the highest. Say here 6 and here 5. They can see that how the pattern is formed. This is the first task for you. I appreciate students, teacher trainees, you input your answers in the chat box. Identical 4-digit number. When you add them, you get a 5-digit number. Instead of the numbers are replaced by letters, each letter is representing a unique single-digit number, positive integer. Only one letter can be given 0 value. Please type your answer. Which one you will find first? Which letter you will find first? Which one you will give 0 value? What do you mean by Deepika? 4 plus 4 is 8. I don't understand.
Ma'am, maybe I am wrong.
Okay, it's okay. You try which one you will give 0 value. Which letter? Somebody gave a number. Which one you are giving 0? L. That's correct. But you have some small mistake there. You have to see that if you add 9,603 and 9,603, what is the total you will get? Can you write the answer, sir? Sorry, madam. Shanak. Can you tell me what is 9,603 plus 9,603? You will get E and A the same value 6. You have to fine tune your answer. Yes, but you get E and A cannot be 0. A and sorry, many answers are coming. Arpita, you have to fine tune your answer. 4 plus 4 cannot be 8. We have all the time L. L plus L should come L. 9603 plus 9603, you are saying 19,206. Now you are saying that A and E are the same value, which cannot be. So first we will set which one is 0. L should be 0. Yes. Vandana, can you tell me the total? 9,403.
Ma'am, it will be 18,806.
Yes. So it's 18. You check it. Can you check it whether it satisfies our conditions? H plus H should come WH. For you, something else is coming.
Ma'am, for the H value, it will be 99. That will be become 18 and 1 because
then no H on the 9,000. You are saying 9,000. Which one?
Ma'am, if we will add 9403 plus 9403, then it will become 18,806. That means for the F value, I have taken 3.
Madam, wait a minute. Now H, you are saying H is what?
9.
9 means then in the answer, WH, there H is 8. You are getting 8. So it's not correct.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, Sandeep, you have come to 9,703. 9,703. Then it's correct. Okay. Well, many of you have to unmute. 9,703. Can you check it? 9,703 plus 9,703. Now, you please think about the strategy. L should be 0. H should be 9. W should be 1. So F should be less than 5. Okay. And A should be above 5. Now you have to arrange it in such a way that it doesn't. Yes, sir.
9503.
97?
9503.
9703. Yes, that's right. Okay. So here, Alok, you are getting again. You have to see that your F and your O are the same value 4, which cannot be. You check the numbers. You cannot have the same. Another person here. 9, you have Vipin. You have given 9 2 times. You cannot assign same value. Do you get it? This looks very simple, but it involves a lot of strategical thinking. You have to assign L is 0, H should be 9, but A should be more than 5. It cannot be 5, because if it is 5, 5 plus 5 will be 10. So O becomes 0 again. So it cannot be. And W is 1, F should be below 5, but you have to adjust in such a way that you don't have any repetition. Okay, good. Good participation. Thank you all. Now, sometimes when we teach students a strategy or a procedure, students will stick to this procedure. That is why when problem solving, we should not tell them any procedure. For example, here, I distributed 100 marbles among 5 bags. Bag 1 and 2 have 52, 2 and 3, 43, 3 and 4, 34, 4 and 5, 30 marbles. This question I gave it to year 8 students after they learned how to solve simultaneous equation. So they used that method. Sorry. A plus B 52, B plus C 43, C plus D 34, D plus E 30. Then what they did was A minus C 9, B minus D 9, C minus E 4, and then they made so many equations like that because they have just mastered simultaneous equation. They completely forgot about that I have given A plus C plus D plus E is 100. I told them that it's a primary class. They need not do simultaneous equation at all. If they add these A plus B and plus C plus D, then 86. Then if they subtract from this A plus C plus D plus E, this, they get E is equal to 14. Then they can use that to find D and so on. So sometimes when we teach a procedure, students get stuck to that procedure. So that is why we say that we have to let the students think of their own procedure while solving questions. We can give students real life scenario. Sorry, I should not give you this. First, I give you this 800 ml lime juice in a 800 ml container. 2 friends want to share it equally. They can find only 300 ml and 500 ml measuring cups. This is a typical, you can give them some jars and ask them to measure and calculate equally. They had to pour and try out. This involves thinking. Sometimes I let them try. We take them to playground and ask them to measure, and we give us as a competition. There are a lot of internet resources. Actually, I get this puzzle through WhatsApp or something like that. There were 3 statements. I always modify this so that it can be challenging to my students. How we can do this? With these 2 statements, which face value you can find? Green, red, or yellow? Can you type your answer? Green phase, correct. What is green phase value? 10, correct. Can you find the value of red phase or yellow phase? Anyone? Yes, we agreed that green is 10. Can you find the value of red phase or yellow phase? Red 17, how do you get? How red is 17? Yellow, we don't know. So here I am telling students to find what is the issue. Why students should know that with the given two statements, we cannot find the value of red and yellow. If they are higher class, you can ask them to find a condition, or you can give them some conditions by yourself and ask them to solve it. So here, this is called finding problem in problem. What is missing, they should find out. Now they can solve. It's 17 because yellow is 10 we have given. Then they can solve. Normally we give different shapes and ask them to find the perimeter. Here I'm giving them different shapes and saying that it's isoperimetric. That means they have the same perimeter, and ask them to find the area. To guess first which one has the largest area. Which one will have the largest area? Can you guess which one? Quickly. Which shape will have the largest area? Guess, don't calculate. Yes, blue will be having. Okay, here I have given only the perimeter. We have given only the perimeter, so they have to find the side and find the area. Actually, if you ask them to draw the figures, students will draw amazing figures, okay, very challenging figures. A triangle on top of a rectangle or a square or a rhombus, and then they can do complicated way of doing it. But this involves a lot of thinking. Instead of just giving a figure with a dimension, asking them to find the perimeter or area. Okay, get ready. You have to type your answer in the chat box. Once there was a king, he hired a chef, and the chef and king had an agreement that the day the chef leaves his job, the king had to pay him immediately. Those days, the salary of the chef was 1 gram gold. So the king was very smart. He thought for a while and he said, okay, I have 5 rings. And using these 5 rings, I can give you the salary any day you leave us. So what would be the weight of those 5 rings? You should be able to pay first day he leaves, you should give 1 gram gold, 1 gram gold. So the first ring should be 1 gram. The second day he leaves, it should be 2 grams. So the second ring will be 2 grams. Now can you guess third, fourth and fifth? No, he is making 5 rings. Each ring's weight we need, not total or anything. First ring 1 gram gold, second ring 2 grams gold, third ring need not be 3 grams because 1 plus 2 you can pay. Third ring should be is not 15 grams. Third day we have to pay only 3 grams. But do we need 3 grams? 2 plus 1 we can pay. What is the weight of third ring? Not 7 grams. Not 5 grams. What is the weight of third ring? No 5, no 3. Why you are smiling? No 6. 4, exactly, Ankit. 4 grams. Okay. How about the fourth ring? Fourth ring. Fourth ring 8 grams. Correct, Deeksha. Fifth ring 16. Correct. Okay. Not 10. Not 10. See, we can show that we can ask students how to explain how they can pay. Fifth day 1 plus 4. Sixth day 2 plus 4. Seventh day 1 plus 2 plus 4. So eighth day we need a new one. Okay, fourth ring should be 8 grams. This is students' work. So they will explain, they have explained how to pay 9th day, 10th day, 11th day, 12th day, 13th day, 14th day, 15th day in terms of the 4 rings. So the fifth ring should be 16 grams. Then with this 5 rings, he can pay any day. It can be 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on. Okay. Yes. Who got the 16 first? Is it Diksha? Vandana? Before Vandana, anybody? Neha? Neha was the first one to say 16. Good job. Okay, we go back. This is a very popular question which has been passed on for years in Tamil Nadu. I want to know whether any such questions you have in Lucknow. Please email me. I'm looking forward. Now, number magic. Again, number magic. We can use it for teaching algebra. Students are fond of number magics. So we can show them and then say whether, choose any number, add 5, double the result, subtract 4, divide the result by 2, subtract the number you thought, is it your answer 3? They will be excited to know how it is. Then you ask them to try with another number, then ask them to prove it. Now they have to use algebra. Now you ask them to make their own magic with the final answer 1 or 5, something like that. So they cannot reproduce the same. Normally students will go back to our problem and say the same thing, they will try to reproduce it. But then the answer cannot be 1 or 5. Then they have to think how I will get it. So in the process, they have to do a lot of algebraical addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. I lucky now that we have introduced Gauss. I never learned about Gauss when I was in schools. So Gauss, sum of 1 to 100, odd number, even number, and all already in the textbook. You can ask them to find the first average of the first 50 odd numbers. When I first gave this question to a high achievers group, they were actually adding 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus, wow, it will take, hours. But then they have to find a pattern. You should develop them to see the pattern. Now, if you find the average of first two odd numbers, it's 1 plus 3 divided by 2, 2. So 3, 4 numbers, then they can find the average of 50 odd numbers. Can you type me your answer quickly? Yes. Now, the same thing we can ask about 50 is 50, average of 50 odd numbers. But it's not the same for even numbers. But when you say even numbers, we have to say whether it's including 0 or excluding 0. Then they have to generalize it. Goldbach, another mathematician, he found that every even and integer can be expressed as sum of 2 prime and odd can be expressed as sum of 3 prime. So if students just learn prime numbers and odd and even numbers, we can use this. We can give them these activities. Now, I didn't say whether it works for all numbers. Students will try. And then I asked them to try for 8, 4, small number. Normally, students will try bigger number. Then how about 2? Actually, Goldbach's conjecture is above 2. Now, it's true for all even numbers above 2. But we don't tell them that. So you ask them to find out by themselves, that is experiential learning, that Goldbach's conjecture is true for values above 2. And when you tell them that these are conjectures not yet proved, students will be so surprised. Also, you can ask them to do with odd numbers and ask them to try out for all odd numbers. Then we go to Ramanjan's magic numbers or patterns. Now we find this in almost all books, but we can use it to develop students' thinking. What is the point in memorizing all these patterns? We can ask them how far we can continue the pattern, when it will stop, why it stops, etc. Sometimes some problems will look very overwhelming, like this one. When I give this, wow, the students who used to say, and then you can ask them to find the pattern. Can you guess now? What will be this? Yes. Look, you are correct, 99 over 100. Okay. So we can ask them that overwhelming problems have easier way to solve. But you cannot use the same method for everything. How about this one? What is your guess? I've given just 5. 1 over 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 5 plus 1 over 5 times 7 plus 1 over 7 times 9 plus 1 over 9 times 11. What's your guess? How about the first one? What is the answer? 1 over 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 5. It's 2 over 5. How about this next one? 1 over 1 times 3 plus 1 over 3 times 5 plus 1 over 5 times 7. What is the answer? It is 3 over 7. Now, what will be this value then? What is this? 5 over 11. Alok, you are good. So we can ask them to extend it to 50 terms and 10 terms. Can you all please mute your mic? Thank you. I want to ask you something. Can you see the screen fully? Can you tell me in your chat box, or can you see
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So in a tennis match, each player needs to play a game against other players. There are 5 players. Find the total number of games they have to play. Neha, think about it. A plays against B, C, D, E. Yes, Vipin, Abhishek, you are right. Very quick. Okay, A plays against B, C, D, E. B also plays against A, but I already calculated, so we won't calculate that. So it's only 10. Same thing, we can extend to handshake problem. This is not a right question for at this stage, not during COVID. We cannot shake hands. But afterwards, you can share this question and ask them. And ask them to write it down, their thinking process. Next problem for you. A chessboard. How many squares are there in a chessboard? How many squares are there in a chessboard? What is 190? Alok, what is 190?
16.
64.
No 64, no 65.
16.
No, I'm not talking about this one. I'm just asking number of squares in a chessboard. Not 16 4 by 4. You please go systematically. How many number of 1 squares, 2 squares, 3 squares, and 4 by 4 squares? And then you extend this to total number of squares. See the pattern, and then you extend it to 8 by 8 square. Not 34, not 27. $204 in a chessboard. That's correct. 1 by 1, 4 square. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's easier. Then you have to find 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 2 by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Not 30, 204 already. Please wait. Okay. So in your 4 by 4 squares, you have 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square. So number of squares in a chessboard is 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square plus 6 square plus 7 square plus 8 square. Now encourage students, because they cannot use calculators, encourage them how to add smartly. 64 plus 36, 100. 49 plus 1, 50. Okay. Then similarly, 16 plus 9, 25. Then they have to see that this is another 25, so another 50. So what we left is only 4 squares. Okay. So ask them to, you have to think systematically, then only you can solve the problem. No 32, no 34, no 24, no 30. Please think about it. Okay. And again, how to experiential learning, how to engage, how to make students to learn by discover something by themselves. Let me see. Algebraic identity. Normally, I don't tell my students a plus b the whole squared is a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. I never tell them. I ask them to use different values for a and b. Ask them to find ab, a squared plus b squared, and a plus b and a plus b the whole square. If you have Excel, you can, I have put formula here. So it calculates automatically. Students can change any value and they can find out. Now I ask them to see the pattern here. A plus b the whole square in terms of this. They have to find out. They can find, because what is identity? It's true for any value. Okay. So we give different values for a and b and find that a plus b the whole square is 9 is 5 plus 2 times 2. 196 is 100 plus 2 times 48. They discovered themselves and they will write it down what is the formula. Similarly, for a minus b the whole square, a squared minus b squared, different values they can input. And they can find out that it is a plus b times a minus b. And even a minus b the whole, sorry, a cube plus b cube, a cube minus b cube. And also I give them this. Students may think that a minus b the whole square is a squared minus b squared. So I tell them to apply different values for x. Is it 3x minus 5 the whole square is 9x squared minus 25, or 9x squared minus 30x plus 25? So this, because they learn by doing something, they will remember. Ravindra, you have a small mistake there. You are still in chess problem. Can you please come out of chess problem? The total is not 184. Somebody has calculated the total wrongly. 204 is the correct answer. I'm sorry that you are still there and I didn't notice it. Now, investigations. Maybe for India, it's quite new. This we don't, it's totally experiential learning. We don't tell them what they have to, what procedure they have to follow. We just give them a scenario. Find a relation between the number of non-collinear points. They are not lying on the same straight line, and the number of lines joining them. And using this, they can extend to generalize the results. We give them some tips, so they won't, they will see the pattern. So here they can see that it's adding 1, 2, 3, and then 10 non-collinear points. How many lines? They cannot extend this. They have to generalize from this value. And then they have to find out what is the value for non-collinear. Similarly, they can do for polygons, the number of sides of polygon, and the diagonals that it has, generalize the result. These are called investigations. They have to try out by themselves and think of a pattern, observe the pattern. So these are the things, if we remember, for problem solving, we say that they have to explore, examine, observe, think, analyze, and discuss. These are the things we are using here. Many teachers will come and say that it's not easy to incorporate experiential learning in our daily teaching. Here, we ask the students after teaching cylinder to find the curved surface area, volume, and total surface area, etc. Here, I'm giving a scenario. They have to find what will be the length and the width of a rectangular sheet so that I can make a cylinder which can hold a volume of 500 cm cube at the minimum cost. So they have to decide. Now I have given that I am giving you a rectangular sheet of 200 cm square. So they have to decide how the cylinder should look like. Is it the height is more or the radius more? They have to decide on this. And we can ask them to tabulate the results. This is the real life situation. Many times we go and when they manufacture something, they have to see that it should hold a minimum volume of 500 cm cube, but the cost should be at the minimum. Okay, so this is a real life scenario. So students choose different length and width so that the curved surface area, you know that this only becomes the cylinder. So the curved surface area is 200 cm square. So they try out different length and the width of the sheet. Find the radius. 2 pi r is 20. So find the radius. And then they use the volume. They use the formula to find the volume. Because this is less than 500, they don't need to find the total surface area or cost. Then they go to different value. They work as a group, and each students have to do at least 5 values, 5 length and width. And then they compare, and then they will find out which should be the optimum one. Students really enjoy it. I give them as a competition among groups. Higher class teachers teaching higher classes, they will come and say, it's not easy to make real life questions for higher classes. I give you one example. It's not true. This is taken from the textbook. 3 coordinates of a triangle are 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 4. Find the circumcenter of this triangle. Okay, you have to find the midpoint, and then you have to find the slope of each side, then the equation for the perpendicular line, and then the point of intersection. That is the circumcenter. But how to change this to a real life scenario? In a park, 3 campsites are situated. Same coordinates I'm using. You see that? Same. The park wants to construct a toilet at equal distance from all campsites. I don't say that it is to find the circumcenter, but this is the property of the circumcenter. They should be at equal distance from all the campsites, all the 3 vertices. And where do they have to build? So instead of asking them to find the circumcenter, we are asking them to find change the question in such a way that it becomes a real life scenario. Sometimes we have to teach us, we need to think outside the box. Now here, I asked them to use, this was given on 4th April, use only 4/4 and express 1 to 30 in the April calendar. Okay, then they can use division, addition, multiplication, square root, but all the time they have to use 4/4, even factorial, and recurring. You see that the small line, this is recurring, the recurring 0.4. So this will again engage the students in thinking. So you can give us holiday homework. So what are the main steps for problem solving? We should understand this. They have to understand the problem. They have to think of their own plan, and they have to carry out the plan and look back. And they can check that whether the result can be obtained by different results, different methods. If you have time, you please read George Poya's How to Solve It. That is the Bible for problem solving. George Poya is called the father of problem solving. And he says that instead of giving 10 questions to students or 5 questions to students, ask them to solve the same question in 5 different ways. In Japan, they are trying those methods. So you can ask the students to solve the same question in different methods. This is a teacher's role in teaching problem solving. You should give just enough information, arouse students' interest, ask them some thoughtful questions. When they go wrong, you have to ask some questions so that they can reflect on their own thinking or their own methods. And you encourage students to discuss as a group. Normally, I give a lot of questions as a group work in my face-to-face problem-solving workshops and experiential learning workshop. And also give students time and space. I'm very sorry that today I couldn't do that. Normally it's a whole day workshop, so I used to give my participants a lot of time to work on. And we have to intervene only when it is required. Otherwise, we have to step back and let the students make their own decisions. So you have to focus on providing experiential learning. Problem solving can be better learned only via experiential learning. You create this kind of exercise, creates interaction among students and teacher and students. Students will ask very good questions to teachers. Many times after giving a question, before giving, we won't think about it. When students ask you questions, only how to fine tune our questions, we will know. And students will get involved. It will be amazing, rewarding experience. You have to work a little bit in the beginning, but it's an amazing reward. And it promotes students' thinking, especially high-order thinking when they can generalize the results. These are the books I referred to. We have our own self-paced online course. You can check our website, experientialmath.com. We have in the Facebook also, we have a lot of these kind of questions, like we had how to express using 5 5s, the May calendar or June calendar, 6 6s and all we have. And we have YouTube channel in which I have given a lot of videos explaining how to teach effectively, how to integrate problem solving. And there are short videos like teach to think, like the chessboard problems and all I have given. And we are also working on dyscalculia, the math learning disability. So please take a look. And if you want to join our course, please do so. You can look at our website, experientialmath.com. To enhance your own level of teaching, you can join. And we will be having a forum. We are having a forum where you have to submit your answers. We have hands-on questions, exercise activities. There I will come and personally advise you for each questions, each assignment. And it's self-paced. That means you can participate at your own time, and you can master a lot of theories, how to ask good questions and all. Main thing is we want to empower teachers how to provide a rich learning experience to your students via problem solving and creative thinking. We are giving special discounts for webinar participants. Normally it's only 1,000 rupees. Now it's just for 500 rupees for you all. You can join if you want. You can use the coupon code, or you can email me. I can send you the coupon code. Now, normally after problem solving workshop, I give a problem for students and participants. You can answer me. We will be given some prizes. What is so special about this circle of square numbers? Can you check it? What is, they are not square numbers. What is, this is called circle of square number. Can you tell me what is so special about this? What is special? If you add two adjacent numbers, you get a square number. You can see that 1 plus 8, 9, 8 plus 28, 36, 28 plus 21, 49, 21 plus 4, 25. So here 1 to 32 are arranged in such a way that when you add them, you get a square number. Two adjacent number, if you add, you get a square number. Now, problem for you is, you can arrange 1 to 36 in a line. Circle is more challenging, so you do in a line without any repetition. So the sum of any two adjacent number will be form a square number. For example, 3, 1, 24 to 12. 3 plus 1, 4, a square number. 1 plus 24, 25, 5 squared. 24 plus 12, 36, 6 squared. And you can send me your responses to emcc.cert@gmail or experientialmath@gmail.com or WhatsApp to me. You will get a prize, definitely. Okay. Somebody asked me about the book. Let me see. Can you take a snapshot? This, not the last one. First three only I used. The last one is about the ring question. It's in Tamil. So you can choose the first three. Actually, a lot of problem solving questions you can design by yourself. That is more rewarding. I get a lot of WhatsApp math questions, muscles, but you fine tune it. So hope some of you will join our course. Life is good for two things: discovering mathematics and teaching mathematics. Enjoy teaching mathematics. Stay safe and healthy. You can, any doubts, you can email me. Anything you want to learn. We are thinking of opening a forum for you all using OneNote so that we can discuss there. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and thank you all the participants for your active participation. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jayanti. Oh, it's a really wonderful experience for us. Thank you, Dr. Jayanti. So thank you so much. for sharing your deep knowledge and understanding about mathematics. Your session was full of enthusiasm and valuable knowledge. It's a wonderful experience for all of us to attend such an interactive session. We would like to see you again and again, Dr. Jayanti. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Now,
Hopefully in Lucknow.
yes,
Hopefully in Lucknow next year.
thank you so much. And now I would like to invite our respected Vice Principal, Sir, Dr. Arun Mishra ji, for vote of thanks. Dr. Arun Mishra ji.
Okay, very thanks to Dr. Payal Gupta for inviting me here. First of all, I would like to thank to the principal of the college, Dr. Meeta Sa, the chairperson of this such a wonderful webinar. Dr. Meeta Sa, who have inspired all of us to organize such a fine webinar, and I'm really thankful to her. Then I would like to thank to Dr. Jayanti Subramanian, a well-known educator and researcher of Singapore and the founder of Experiential Math Solution. Really, the workshop is a milestone in teaching learning process and useful in aiding the teaching fraternity to make mathematics teaching an analog of fun and enjoyment. This pedagogy will help students set their belief of mathematics as a burden. I would like to thank to all the participants from across the nation, principal, school teachers and pupil teachers of B.Ed, BTC teachers of the training college of B.Ed who were connected with us on Zoom and YouTube also. I also express my thanks to all the HODs of my college and faculty members, those who have attended this wonderful program. And lastly, I'm thankful to Dr. Payal Gupta, the convener of this program, and the whole department of B.Ed, who has organized such a wonderful webinar through which we all were gaining something. At last, I will say that in a 1.5 hour program, Dr. Jayanti Subramanian has explained in such a way by putting so many, in several ways, the problem solving and algebra form, in diagrammatic presentations, through equations, through in a tabular forms. Really, all were very good experience for all of us. After a long time, I have experienced such a problems and solving equations and seeing, I have viewed such a thing. And lastly, the students were very much interestingly participated in this program. We finally congratulate we would like to congratulate Dr. Payal Gupta and his entire team and her entire team that they have took pains to organize such a wonderful webinar. And I hope she will also continue this in such a spirit to organize the programs in future also. Okay, thank you all. Many thanks to all of them.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. And I assure you, we will again organize these kind of workshops and webinars in our colleges. And I really thankful to all the wonderful participants who actively participated in our workshop. And once again, I thanks to all. Thank you so much, and hope we will meet again and again on another learning platforms. So Thank you so much and good night to all. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jayanti, once again.
Thanks a lot. It was very rewarding experience for me too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Many asked my email address. Can you give them?
Yes,
Or I
ma'am.
will type it.
Okay, I will provide to all, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much,
Bye.
ma'am. Okay,
Bye
bye-bye.
all.
Okay, bye-bye,
Stay
ma'am.
safe.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for organizing this workshop. Thank you, ma'am.